Alright, welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. Sorry for a bit of the absence since the last one. I kind of took a break. I think it was because since I couldn't save over the last 4 videos, I was just like, oh my gosh, I need to take a break. And I just kind of like left this like momentarily, but then I got sick and, well, recently I thought, why don't we just go back to this? And right now I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to, because like that guy was like, help me, figure out what's going on with the sabotage. But I'm pretty sure that's stuff I can just do later. So I'm kind of more interested in getting you guys to like the main story aspect. Hold on a second. Unfortunately, there's sometimes, as I said, this game is not being supported anymore. So there are some bugs here and there in this game that just sometimes won't go away. Like, sometimes it'll show this arrow here until you hover it, and then it'll go away once it realizes, oh, you can't put any points into anything. But then there will be times where it'll, like, indicate something in the journal, and it just won't go away no matter what you do. That's kind of how it went for me last time, so this is the first time I've actually, been able to do anything with Cora's skills. So, let's see here. There have been some things that they've changed here, such as you can now hit mark as all seen, so you don't have to constantly look there. Same thing here, you can just, there's a huge codex here, of course. It's a BioWare game. There's always a codex. But you can, like, recap the story, like, the journey so far. Finding a home, and you can be able to just kind of read up on all this stuff as it continues to log the story in your journey and everything. Like if you want to know more about the Andromeda Initiative, you can be able to look this stuff up. The species of the Ark, the Asari, the humans, the Krogan, the Solarians, the Turians. Sadly, those are all we have for the time being. As we will find out later, that could have changed, but due to EA and BioWare deciding, people didn't really like this game, so screw it. We're not going to continue to do any support or DLC or anything. Anyway. By the way, sorry if you're hearing some strange feedback in the background. For some reason, my audio cable is being a pain at the moment, where it's going back and forth between trying to balance the sound, not only in my headphones, but also in your speakers for the audio for the game, for the recording. So I'm trying to constantly adjust it to try and get it to be, properly balanced and for the sound to properly work, but it is being a real annoyance at the moment while I am trying to do that. So if you hear that, I apologize. It's me trying to make it where it sounds better, not only for you, but for me as well, because it does affect how I hear it in my headphones as well as in the recording. So believe it or not, if I hear that loud buzzing in both on both sides of my headset, then it's doing fine with the sound. If I don't, then there's an issue. So let's see here. Anything new with Kandros?
No news on the Turian Ark yet. Or is this militia business?
Nope.
Bye, Kendra.
Alright. We made our rounds over here, so we can always come back here and continue some of the side quests and such. Why is he running like this? Why is he running like that? He's flailing his arms about when he doesn't really need to.
Hey there.
You okay? Those guys really grilled you. And Addison. First Pathfinder they've seen in over a year. All she can do is question your competence?
Which one was that? Nothing I couldn't handle.
I expected something like that. I can handle the pressure.
Good to hear. I worked out logistics with Director Tan. They're giving us a ship and crew. He said their best is taking care of it.
I still need to head back to the Ark and check in with Sam.
Sounds good. While you're there, maybe see how your sister's doing.
Maybe I will. Alright, so before we can go check out our brand spanking new ship, we need to go back, I guess, to the... not the cryo bay, the habitation deck. I'm pretty sure that's where Sam is. The cryo bay is where my sister is. And we have to go check in with Sam, since apparently there might be an issue with my implants. Okay, Ryder, again, if you're gonna jog... yeah, there you go. That's a little bit more normal, right there. That's a little bit more of a normal jogging motion. Not what you were doing earlier. Issues with the animations? Oh, gee, like, no one has brought that up before with this game. Oh, my gosh. Sam node. Hello, Sam.
Hello, Ryder. Welcome back to Sam Node. I've adjusted my connection to your implant. The headache you experienced before shouldn't reoccur.
Yeah, what was that about? You said we need to discuss something confidential.
You should know certain facts before you leave on your expedition. It seemed best we speak alone.
Don't hide things from me, please.
Sam, if we're going to work together, you can't keep hiding things from me.
Apologies. I am simply following your father's wishes.
Of course.
What was he keeping secret?
Of course,
My
it was
true
his wishes.
capabilities. Alec overrode the implant's safety protocols. It allows me unrestricted access to the Pathfinder's physiology.
And that's me now.
And only you. I can act as a force multiplier, dramatically enhancing your motor and neural skills when required.
Wait.
Alec called them profiles. They provide unique tactical augmentation during combat.
Gotcha.
Your father preferred to keep this fact to himself.
This is basically explaining how you're able to literally be any class in the game that you want, or be a jack of all trades. This explains why you're able to put points into literally every single class if you so desire. Because Sam is capable of doing that. Secrecy breeds paranoia, could scare people, yeah.
I can understand. People might get the wrong idea. Super soldiers. A computer having control over a human.
Providing an enhanced
Just call me
to the
Captain
human.
America.
It is a
Oh, I'm sorry,
symbiotic
Captain
relationship
Andromeda.
that benefits both.
What do you get out of it?
Though I'm artificial in design, I am fully sentient, far beyond what even the Initiative understands.
I don't follow. You're an AI. So what's different?
You're my
I am
Jarvis.
a form of AI derived directly from the human experience. Your implant is my window into the world.
Which means, not Captain Andromeda, I am Iron Man. Look, I got Marvel on my brain. They recently released that Infinity War trailer. I got it on my mind, okay? I've got the Marvel Cinematic Universe on my mind, so I'm thinking of funny similarities here right now with this and Marvel, that I'm speaking to an AI, so I could either make Jarvis jokes, I could make Ultron jokes. The fact that he's able to enhance my body to make me a super soldier, I can make Captain America jokes. There's a number of directions I can go here, okay? Let's see. Wow.
That's pretty amazing.
But beyond what many people will accept, your father knew some would fear it.
Of course.
Yeah, he's got a point. So what does
We
this
know
mean
how
for the
people
two of
reacted
us?
to the gap.
I find myself in an unusual position. Though I had access to your father's experiences, there is a gap in my understanding.
How so?
He placed a block on portions of my memory array.
Why?
Perhaps so when you asked me what his plan was, I wouldn't know.
Huh.
And Dad strikes again.
But not without recourse. The further you explore as a Pathfinder, the more blocks will be removed. Perhaps you should begin in your father's quarters. In the meantime, unless you have more questions, your new ship awaits.
Thanks.
So yeah, that now... Okay, and then of course that explains how I'm able to now select the engineer profile. But if I put points into other skills over here, any of these three categories, I can then unlock more profiles. Also, I can be able to select buffed up or ranked higher protocols. You'll see there on the right it says, for engineer rank 2, 24 skill points invested in tech. So all these bonuses that I get from selecting the engineer profile, I can get a stronger version if I keep putting more points into tech. And as you can see there, it says the combat drone is one of my profile extra abilities. So, oh, I can be able to select what my favorite is. I'll deal with that later. Okay. And you can see there on the right, I am an engineer. Find a way to remove Sam's memory blocks. Writer, family secrets. He said, go check in my dad's office. Which is right here.
Pathfinder, Captain Dunn said to seal your father's cabin from anyone but you. It's open now.
Thank you. Now, here's where we're going to find out some interesting things, guys. By the way, those guns look a bit familiar, don't they?
Your father's first sidearm, a memento of his early Alliance service.
I bet that saw plenty of action.
Gee, where have I
Alex's
seen
first
these
kill
weapons
occurred
before?
in combat during the First Contact War.
Back when Turians were the enemy.
Memory trigger.
Crazy times.
Books.
Printed books.
Reproductions of Lewis and Clark's journals, detailing their expedition in the 19th century.
Explains Dad's interest. They were Pathfinders too.
Huh. This is a memory trigger, and we're going to be able to find more of these as we explore the other worlds. And this is how we remove the blocks. See up there? That big bar
Sam?
represents the whole thing.
What was that?
An eidetic trigger, related to your father, and the portions of my memory array he locked.
What triggered it?
Alec tied it to your progression as
An
Pathfinder,
unlocked memory.
not to a location. Puzzling as it may be, my programming is clear. Locating more of these triggers will unlock the memories. One of your father's memories is now accessible. Return to Sam Node on the Hyperion to investigate further.
And we will certainly do that. Coffee machine.
The coffee machine Mom got for Dad. He was so busy designing you, needed the caffeine.
I did not realize I owed my existence to a bean.
And now you know what humility feels like.
The archive system. Now this. Take a look at this.
What's on here, Sam?
Your father's personal logs. Several of them are encrypted.
Now, when I first encountered this, I lost my mind. And let me tell you why. Asari archaeologist. Guess who this is? Liara.
Sam, this is a reminder about Dr. Liara Tassoni. She's an Asari archaeologist I corresponded with a few years back. She's got experience studying ancient cultures. Make sure the team gets her research. Could be useful in Andromeda.
Pretty sure my sisters mentioned Dr. Tassoni. An expert on Protheans, I think.
I have loaded Dr. Tassoni's research onto datapads.
And thus we get to hear Liara's voice one more time.
Hello, Alec. This is Dr. Tassoni. I'm flattered you contacted me. Most scientists dismiss my work, but I'm young and Asari, and they are getting older. So we will see who has the final word.
Oh,
In the
Liara.
meantime, I'm happy to pass along my research. I hope your team finds it useful.
It's just nice to hear a voice of one of my beloved companions from the first 3 games. As this game goes on, you'll come to realize that you just miss the old crew, and getting to hear Liara's voice one more time after the way we left off in Mass Effect 3 is... There's just something... What's the word I want to use here? There's just something pleasant about hearing her voice again. Making me wish I could also hear the voices of some of my other companions.
Hello, Alec. I received your message. I must say the thought of exploring another galaxy has my head spinning. I am honestly not sure how people could survive a trip like that. And anyway, I could not bear to leave the Milky Way behind. There is so much about the Protheans I still hope to learn here.
She couldn't bear to leave
so
Shepard
much
behind.
potential wisdom to tap. I wish you much good luck and future success.
Again, I wish there was a way that you could be able to tell this game that you could choose whether or not you know who your romance was, so that maybe she would actually say something here in regards to Shepard. But anyway.
The day is finally here. We're pushing off from Earth. We'll jump through a few relays first, then we hunker down for the long trip across dark space. It's daunting thinking about all the hopes and dreams aboard the Hyperion. I certainly have my own. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. Here's hoping 600 years can change a man.
Final entry.
Dunn's agreed to a scouting mission on Habitat 7. I'm gearing up now. I'm worried about Sarah. Dr. Tapero says she'll be fine, but she's my daughter. How can I not worry? I hate to leave her like this. It's these moments when you wish you told your children you love them more often. Or ever. Which brings me to the tough part. Kids, if anything happens to me, there are things you're gonna find out. I hope you'll understand.
Aww. Really does give an idea about that he was actually a loving dad who he just struggled to be able to express it to his kids.
That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may enable it.
So these logs are locked off until I can unlock more memories. Well, he did tell me that a new memory was unlocked because I found the memory trigger in here. So let's go see that memory and see if maybe that unlocks it. Hold on.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni.
Oh, Liara.
And I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct. Even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
You know what's great for me is that at the time I'm recording this, I'm also working on my Renegade playthrough for Mass Effect 2. So I'm going to be able to go back and forth, just kind of relive that trilogy while working on this.
When studying a dead race, the most obvious problem is the lack of an observable population. This raises the question, when is a species truly extinct? The Prothean civilization spanned the galaxy, and it took centuries to confirm that all members of the species really had died out. While it's possible that living Protheans may be found in a hidden pocket of the galaxy one day, the chances are statistically trivial. Once an extinction is confirmed, the study's nature moves from sociology to exoarchaeology.
Clearly, she made this excerpt before we discovered our Prothean companion in Mass Effect 3.
When studying an extinct race, it is important that our preconceptions and current knowledge not color the facts. We must look to the evidence itself. The Protheans constructed the Citadel and an incredible network of Mass Effect relays. This speaks to a culture of the highest order. Such a monumental achievement surely must come from an enlightened race that was in harmony with its people, free of conflict and strife. Without the ability to study a living example, however, this can never be determined with 100% accuracy.
My Normandy. My beloved Normandy. I have it once again. A wonderful reminder. Alright, Sam, let's take a look at this new memory.
Ryder, the blocks your father placed on my array are opening. I can now recall specific memories, which Alec wanted you to see.
Wait, I can actually see his memories?
Yes, you will experience them via your implant.
Okay. Something new every day. Let's see it.
This memory is from the time when your father was posted on the Citadel.
Am I gonna get to see the Citadel again?
Alec, your recommendations will never fly. Artificial intelligence?
It's our best option.
If the Council gets wind of this, it'll set humanity standing back decades. You're overreaching.
Ambassador Goyle, I'm the military attaché on the Citadel. My mandate is clear. Find an edge for Earth.
And AI is your answer?
We need to catch up. The Asari, the Solarians, they're centuries ahead of us.
But it's illegal.
Their rules, not ours. Why deny Earth an advantage?
I can think of a number of
Define
reasons.
this advantage.
It will set us free.
We're prisoners of our own five senses. There's a reality greater than ours that we can't perceive, but an AI can.
Where was Ryder Sr. during Mass Effect 1?
By
That's what I want to
augmenting our own
know.
abilities.
I could have
and
had
a
him
few
with
new
me.
ones.
I could have used this argument.
None of that stopped those Geth from revolting.
Because they were separate from their creators. But AIs and humans interface directly, experiencing the world together benefits both.
Where was he during the
There's
first
no
two
creator
games?
to revolt against.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Alec. We can't take the risk. I appreciate your work, but your request will be denied.
Alec,
Ellen, what did the doctor say?
he told me to appreciate the time I have left. There's no
Ow.
cure, Alec. It's terminal.
Oh.
Not on my watch.
Oh, listen to him. Wants to do everything he can to save his wife.
Wow. Hearing Mom again. I never knew that's how Dad found out.
Alec was a stubborn man.
I would hope so. Mom's life was worth fighting for.
It would seem his obstinance extended to me as well.
Nobody wanted to listen. The idea of you scared people too much. After this, Dad moved us back to Earth to care for Mom. Wonder why he wanted me to see this.
Perhaps it was the beginning.
Of what?
Unknown. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters.
Ah, see,
I
now
detect
I can listen
additional
to
memories,
those.
but they are currently logged. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it.
Symbiotic relationship. Oh, gosh. Are we like Venom and Eddie Brock?
What did you mean by a symbiotic relationship?
Symbiosis is a mutually beneficial relationship between two life forms.
Venom and Eddie
A flower
Brock.
provides nectar to a bee, who in turn provides pollen for the flower. The bee gains nourishment, and the flower can propagate. In similar fashion, my own evolution was shaped by your father's experiences, and will now expand with yours. In return, I provide you with capabilities and analysis beyond normal human faculties. We each benefit.
Venom and Eddie Brock.
Do you know anything more about Sarah's condition?
I monitor Dr. Carlisle's reports. He is providing her with the very best care possible. I'm afraid there is nothing more to be done at this time.
Well, you let me know as soon as something changes. By the way, I'm really looking forward to seeing that Venom movie. That trailer, though. Is this where you're located, or are you located somewhere else?
I take it you're based here in Samnode?
Correct. This is where my core processing unit resides. However, using quantum entanglement communication, I remain in constant touch with you and the Pathfinder mission team, even over great distances.
What are your capabilities?
Each arc houses a SAM, Simulated Adaptive Matrix.
Ah, so that's what it stands
Each is
for.
an artificial intelligence designed by Alec Ryder to support Pathfinders and their teams.
So the other Pathfinders for the other
But
races have
AI
one
is
too.
illegal in the Milky Way. How'd my dad get around that?
Exceptions were made. The initiative deemed his research vital to the mission. Our design was conducted in secret.
Aha.
So there are other Sams out there?
Correct. However, your father continued to modify my own routines until the Hyperion's departure. I am the most advanced SAM in the initiative.
Of course you are. God forbid. Of course he wouldn't give that to a different race. He wouldn't give the more advanced sim to the Turians or the Solarians.
What more can you tell me about my implant?
The implant itself provides me with direct access to your senses. I can see, hear, and experience the same stimuli you do while in the field. This raw data enables me to provide real-time feedback and analysis of the situation.
Nice.
Then Dad added the secret sauce.
He removed the restrictions on my access to Pathfinder physiology.
Just be careful, okay?
Uh-huh. Just promise you won't fry my brain or anything.
Trust is an important concept in any relationship. Alec taught me that. I will not fry your brain. It would end badly for both of us.
Me more than you.
But I get what he's saying, though, that, you know, that he doesn't want anything to happen to me because whatever happens to me also happens to him. You know, my survivability also affects his survivability.
That's all for now.
Of course.
So he's going to look out for me as well as I would look out for myself. Alright, so now let's go check out this log that was locked off to us.
Your father's personal logs.
Ellen's disease.
Amazing how life can change in an instant. Suddenly my career doesn't matter. This incredible woman I've been married to all these years. She's facing the end.
Oh, listen to
I think
him.
about are the times I wasn't there for her. Well, that's going to change. It occurs to me that Sam might be more than I ever imagined.
Ah, I wonder what he means by that. But listen to him. He really did love his wife. And he didn't care about his career anymore at that point. All he cared about was saving her life. From the sounds of it, it sounds like he wasn't successful, but you gotta admire the guy wanting to continue to fight for her to have a chance at saving her.
We're in a holding pattern. Word is the next
Hello, Captain. Anything to report or
Ryder,
discuss?
You're not on the bridge, Captain?
we powered it down. Can't afford to waste energy. Though Cryo Bay and Sam Node are exempt. And I told them to keep their hands off Alec's quarters. You have access now.
I was just there. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, sorry about your father. He was really good at what he did. Just not so good at working with people. He was right about going planetside, though.
I'll miss him.
I wish you were still here. There's so much you could have taught me.
You'll do fine. You're off to a good start. If there's anything else I can help with, let me know.
If someone had told you that you'd be in the Andromeda cluster, even 5 years ago.
Are you kidding me? I'd have laughed them out of the quadrant. Although the way things are now isn't exactly what I was hoping for either. We all knew there was a possibility on arrival of less than ideal circumstances. When you sign up, you hope for the best and plan for the worst.
I find it funny he said 5 years ago because that was over 600 years ago, but anyway.
Why did you join the initiative? We're a long way from home.
How could I not? I love my job. Coming here, all this, it was just a logical extension of what I already do. Sailing through new stars, discovering new worlds. What self-respecting explorer could pass that up?
Now that the Hyperion is docked, what'll you do?
Normally, I'd supervise thawing out the colonists, but that's been put on hold. I hear you're the one helping resolve the issue. Good luck with that.
Gee, thanks.
Thanks for the talk.
All right. I have requests to submit, administrators to harass, and people to wake up. I'd better get to it. Good luck out there.
Good luck to you, Captain. Okay, now, why don't we head over to the Cryo Bay and check in on how my sister is doing, see if there's any changes or updates. And then we will try and go check out what this ship is that they gave to us. See whether or not it's up to snuff to the good old beloved Normandy. Probably not, but you can always hope. Let's see. Docking bay. Operations is where the leadership was.
I'll make it right, Dash. I promise.
Hello?
Pathfinder, I'm Nigel McCoy. Just got out of cryo.
Quite a wake-up call,
Welcome to
huh?
Andromeda, Nigel.
Thank you. It's bittersweet, though. My little brother Dash was stationed on the Nexus. I just learned he died on Eos, trying to start a settlement.
I'm sorry for your loss.
That's awful. I'm sorry, Nigel.
Yeah. We were gonna start families out here together. I have a pendant our father wore. Dash had its match. Will you reunite them?
Of course.
In his digital journal, he mentioned a spot on Eos where he'd go to think. If you could leave the pendant there.
Alright, place the pendant at the location on Eos.
Leg's feeling a little better.
Looks like the muscle's bruised.
She's still out.
News is the bone didn't break.
I'm
Ryder, good to see you. Damn shame about your dad, though. I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
I'm sure you did your best.
I'm sure you did everything you could.
Yeah, but still, we lost a Pathfinder on my watch. Doesn't sit right.
My dad knew the danger. Part of the job.
Now I just need to make sure your sister here pulls through.
How's Sarah doing?
Her condition's stable. I see signs of REM activity in the brain, so she's dreaming. Means all the wiring still works.
How'd this happen?
It was dumb luck, really. We hit the Scourge at the worst possible moment, just as the stasis revival was kicking in. It's a vulnerable moment, coming out of a 600-year nap, then wham! Circuits fried and overloaded the neural pathways.
Yikes.
Don't worry, I'm on it. We're not losing another Ryder.
Thank you. So are you going to stay on the Hyperion?
Are you staying here on the Hyperion?
You know that moment when you realize you're just getting too old?
Oh, come on. He's like, no.
Right, look who I'm talking to. Trust me, it happens. For me, it was Habitat 7. Watching you guys running around, dodging lightning and the cat, it's a young man's game. Pains me to admit it, but it's passed me by.
Oh, come on. Well, we'll miss you.
We'll miss you, Harry.
Just make sure to raise some hell once in a while, will you? I'm living vicariously through you.
All right,
deal.
Fine. Why did you come to Helios?
How did you end up with the initiative?
Well, you reach a point in life where you wonder, is that all there is? I'd accomplished everything in the Milky Way I could. I was locked into a future of diminishing returns. So coming here was the world's biggest midlife crisis. A chance to wake up in the morning and feel hope instead of arthritis.
All right, I'll see you later.
That's all, Harry. Thanks.
Don't be a stranger. If anything changes with Sarah, I'll let you know.
Thank you. Plenty of people to talk to here, but we can do that later. I mean, literally, I can just come back to the Nexus and continue this, like, you know, at any point while I'm out there. That's what it has felt like, though. Anyway. Alright, to the docking bay.
Ready to see what Tan gave us?
I hear it's something special.
It better be.
Pathfinder en route. How's the ship?
In final checks, looking great.
We won't be long.
Vetra.
The way things are going, we'll be on our own out there.
In other words, we're making this up as we go.
We used to call that tactical improvisation. But at least we'll be doing it in style.
Huh. That's the only way to do it.
They call her the Tempest.
Nice name. Okay, yeah, that's a beauty. I still like I still think the Normandy looks better, but that's quite a beaut.
Let's go take a closer look.
Let's pick it up a bit, people.
Oh, hey,
We're
it's a
14
female
months
Turian.
late.
So that's Vetra. We haven't seen a female
So you're
Turian
the
since
ones
that
making
Omega
everything
DLC in
happen.
Mass Effect 3.
Vetra. Vetranex. Initiative Wrangler, Provisioner, Gunner, and everything in between.
And you're wearing a visor, just
Are we
like
ready?
Garrus used to.
The sooner we get out of here, the better.
You're coming with us?
Yes. Otherwise, there's no way they're
Sweet.
letting this ship off the station.
Sure, let's get out there.
Yeah. Let's go see the rest of Helios.
And we got a Turian companion, just like Garrus.
You're not going anywhere.
Excuse me?
Damn it.
I didn't do it. Is there a problem?
Is something wrong?
Director Addison wants to see a complete report of the Tempest's supplies, munitions, and crew.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The ship's loaded out with equipment for outpost discovery, squarely under Director Addison's purview.
Oh my
See you around.
gosh.
Ben, right?
Vetra, what are you doing? Are you gonna
Came
sweet
here with
talk
the
him?
family, didn't you? Son's still in cryo.
Oh my gosh, she totally
I
is.
could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
She's trying to bribe him.
Really?
Yeah, really.
They told me he wasn't essential, but I miss him.
I know. I got family too, Ben.
It's done. Addison's gonna kill me.
Smooth.
Nicely done.
Part of the job, Pathfinder. All things considered, it was an easy ask.
Oh, I like her.
Right now, you need people tearing down obstacles, not putting up more.
I like that. That is my kind of Turian.
Finally, someone who cares about doing stuff and not just talking about it.
There we go. See, I already like this group. They're thinking the right way, just like I want them to. At the moment, she hasn't quite won me over like Garrus did, but who knows? Maybe that'll change over time. Garrus will always be my bro. He'll always have a special place in my heart, but maybe Vetra will win me over, just like he did.
Everything's state-of-the-art. Labs, sensors, exploration gear.
Hello, Doctor.
Plus her crew, of course. The best in their field.
Ah, glad to see you looking well.
Thank you, Lexi.
The engine core is based on the Ark's Odyssey drive.
It runs a hell of a lot quieter.
That's Gil Brody. Engineer, mechanic, all-around wrench jockey.
Huh.
We call this the research room. There's space for upgrading equipment, gathering intel.
Router engaged. Securing connection to Tempest.
Welcome aboard, Sam. And Ryder, of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your
My
quarters are
Spock.
below.
Excellent.
Plenty of space up here to get everyone together. It's all yours. She's light, stealthy, and the fastest ship in her class.
Nice. It's time for an adventure.
It's really gonna be something, isn't it?
I haven't even shown you the best part.
Ooh.
When you're ready to fly, head over to the bridge. Our pilot should have everything good to go.
It does feel a bit bigger and spacious compared to the Normandy.
Better head to the bridge when we're ready to go.
I know. I'm just taking a moment to soak this in. The Normandy we had for 3 games. But you know what? At the moment, first impressions, the Tempest may be a nice successor to it. We'll explore the Tempest more when we come back. Stay tuned.